spotlight. Today, I have a guest who interviewed 350 times before this, and my number is, I don't know, my number is 351 or some, it's more than that.
Yeah.
So he's a legendary actor. He's a very renowned actor from Hollywood. He's a playwright, he's a producer, director, and so many titles he have. I don't think he need any introduction. People who are in Clubhouse know him for his extremely good speaking skills. He has, I think, more than 18,000 followers on Clubhouse, which is not easy for celebrities also, because on Clubhouse people don't get easily followed, but he has that follow.
I'm very normal. I mean, Clubhouse is so funny because there's really just, I don't know, you meet people around the world and crazy things are happening, but I'm just going to be a normal person.
Have you ever
be
visited
supportive of you.
Pakistan, or have you ever
Not yet.
chance to
Not
land
yet. I had a film, my feature film, The Market. Actually, there was a film festival called the Jagran Film Festival. Apparently it toured a few cities in India, and they called it cinematic brilliance. So I don't know. I like to say I'm huge in India.
Yeah, you are, and I am coming up to that part also, when where you host Clubhouse room. Bollywood meets Hollywood. So yes, Indian and Pakistani are somehow same in terms of culture. Let me ask you first question, because how what inspires you to be an actor back then?
Okay, so I mean, look, I've been an actor for almost 30 years professionally, right? So I've been like I've been paid to act for 27 years. So I'm half Chinese, so I look 14, but I'm 43, right? I've been doing this for a long time. I don't know. I was always, since I was a kid, since I was, I don't know, 6, 8 years old, something like that. I was always in the class plays. I was always the lead. So this is always what I just did. I don't even remember what inspired me to do. I mean, it's almost just, this is who I am, you know?
Perfect. So I have read your interview. You said the project you are proud of, it's the market. Why are you so proud of the market? Why you feel that the market is your best project till now?
Okay, so I think The Market is the most special to me. First of all, it was my first feature film that I directed. So I'd acted in feature films, and I'd actually written feature films, but that's the first one that I've made, and I got to direct it myself. I guess it's also really special because of the journey, right? Like, I mean, I wrote the play in 2009, I produced it in 2010, and then the audience told me that it should be a movie. Like, it wasn't my idea. The audience was like, this should be a movie. It should be a movie. I was like, it should. So I was like, all right, I didn't know how to do it. So it took another 5 years to figure out how to do that, because I'd never directed a movie before. And then the people kind of liked the movie, but then I couldn't get distribution. And then it took me another 5 years to get distribution. And then I got a small distribution deal at the beginning of the pandemic. And now, because of Clubhouse and just, I was getting a lot of publicity before. Like, I was interviewed 350 times before Clubhouse. So I don't know what the number is. It's probably somewhere around 400 times I've been interviewed now, which is crazy. But I've probably been interviewed about The Market 50 to 100 times at this point. So yeah, I mean, a 10-year journey to finally getting so much attention now. It's pretty cool.
As I mentioned earlier, you are a legend in this field. So let's talk about your Clubhouse rooms. Every topic is different from another one. Like, I want to ask you why you want to what inspires you to talk about Bollywood meets Hollywood. Have you started it? Have you just created it, or someone else and you just joined it?
Yeah, no, it was my idea. So I had talked to Sheridan Charlton, who hosts it, and then we created the room together. But the reason that I wanted to make that room specifically was, okay, so I'm one of the most popular mods on Clubhouse, which you know. So I'm a moderator like 100 times a week, okay, which is a lot. It's a lot of time. And I do pretty much all of the big film rooms. And so I'm always a moderator for all the big Hollywood rooms. And I noticed there were a lot of people from India in the last maybe 4 to 6 weeks coming to the rooms asking questions about how to get to Hollywood. And then I was like, why does this keep happening? Because that wasn't happening before. And apparently, I guess there was a big Android release in India. We had so many more people in India on the app, and and there's so many people who wanted to get into the North American film industry. And there were a few people trying to figure out how do we welcome them? How do we welcome them? I said, I had just had the idea to do a weekly room, because I felt like there's so many people from India trying to get to Hollywood. We should just make a whole room about that, do it every week. And then I talked to Shona about it because she has Indian roots and she's in the UK and we're friends. And then we came up with the concept together. And so we've been doing it every week and it's been very successful. We've met a lot of people, we're making friends. And I think it's been a very welcoming space for everybody.
So you have anything? Have you ever know about any Bollywood movie? Do you like any Bollywood movie, or have you watched any Bollywood movie?
So I dated an Indian filmmaker in
How you
Canada.
dated an Indian filmmaker? Wow, that's great.
I did. So that I'm sure that had like impact too. Like I have a lot of friends who are Indian, South Asian in Canada, and I actually was in her film. I had a very tiny role. I was the gossip, and I wore like a kurta pajama, but I was like evil, and I was like, and there were these two lovers, but I was the evil person, like keeping them. I don't know. I guess I have a soft spot for India with all the friends that I've made. And I thought it would be a good business opportunity for everyone as well. You make, there's a lot of people who are very smart in India and North America, and to put everyone together, you never know what can happen, right?
Oh. So if you got chance in Bollywood, would you consider it to like for an acting or for producing or writing?
Oh yeah.
Would you ever give a thought about that?
I don't know if those opportunities are available, but yeah, sure. I mean, look, I'm an actor, writer, director, producer. I have a lot of experience, so I don't know. I mean, in a way, I've done it before, right? When I wore the kurta pajama up, it was like, I don't know, like it was hard.
But I am asking for like, proper role, for a proper role. Would you
yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean, it depends on the job, the role, and I have two different agents. I have an agent in Hollywood and in Toronto, Canada. So it's just about negotiating my time. But yeah, sure, why not?
Perfect. I read your Clubhouse bio. You mentioned about in 2003, you founded Canada's largest multicultural network in theatre, film, and television, include being creating jobs for the BIPOC community for 2 decades. What was that?
Yeah.
What inspires you to do that? What inspires you to give the jobs and creating the jobs for people around?
Yeah, no, I guess I didn't really think about it. I mean, so I'm half Chinese, I'm half Italian, so I've experienced quite a lot of racism in the industry. It's a very difficult industry to be in for many, many reasons, but it's gotten better, but it depends, who you're dealing with. I have experienced a lot of racism in the industry, so I was very outspoken about people who like women, people from other countries, people from other cultures, people different sexualities. Like that's what I'm all about. But yeah, I guess I've always been doing that, right? So I was very outspoken, so I got national media attention speaking about race in theater specifically when I was in my 20s, and then I actually ended up creating that organization by accident because it was really just a way to sort of like make friends with everyone from different cultures in Canada. So like the Indian community and the Black community and the Chinese community, all the different communities, because what I was talking about affected everybody. So I essentially was a bit of a messenger. So it was really just a Yahoo group. It was very basic, but it ended up becoming very prominent because nobody else was really doing what I was doing. There was, like ReelWorld existed as a film festival. There was Innoversity. There was a business conference. There's, I had like allies in their organizations, but they were really kind of like a week at a time where I was like every single day passing on information, passing on jobs, and then I include promoting them. And so it ended up becoming its own organization. And I pretty much became the point person for multiculturalism. So anybody who wanted jobs to hire people from all the different multicultural backgrounds would contact me. And then I would pass it on to the community. And I was about 25 years old when I did that. So.
Okay. Let's talk about Clubhouse. How do you think that Clubhouse gave you medium? How you feel when people listen to you and people get inspiration from you? And touch would you have such a great fan following on Clubhouse? What's the feeling for that? And do you know anyone? Do you find anyone who changed their lifestyle because of you? Because of after listening to you?
Okay. I mean, I don't know about anyone who's changed their lifestyle. I think I've made an impact. There's definitely a lot of people who thank me. Like every day, people are very grateful for the spaces I create. I think because, let me think about this. I think it's because there's a lot of rooms on Clubhouse that are designed to sell things, which is okay. But my rooms are not that, right? There's a lot of rooms that are kind of like not really about the audience. They're really just talking. Some rooms are really great, but my rooms are very deliberately building community, right? Every single room I do, that's what's that's the commonality. It's like they're just there to make friends. Like my international film financing room is a way to build relationships with producers around the world. Bollywood meets Hollywood, right? It's like people in India, in that region with North America. Italians in Hollywood is uniting the Italian community. A room called Men Supporting Women in Film and Television. So it's about men helping women to like succeed in the industry. Like it's like that's all my rooms are that. And so I think because of that, I don't know, I guess maybe so many people aren't really doing what I'm doing. And so people come away from my rooms feeling welcomed. And I don't know, everybody wants to feel welcomed, right?
Perfect. I think the way you are doing the job, apart from being such a renowned actor, great actor, you're so humble, you're so down to earth. The way you talk to people is so great and so making them comfortable with your conversation. Yes, you look 14 and you don't look like 45, right? That's
Or,
good. It's great. So you mentioned you are polymath and sapiosexual. People want to know why you're sapiosexual and what makes you sapiosexual.
oh, okay. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, the people who got intimidated from, I think that intellectual stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
You really like read my bio. So I just started dating a doctor, um, Dr. Heather Neal, who's amazing. And yeah, like she's like so smart, like she's smarter than I am. I mean, I'm dating a doctor. I'm not a doctor, you know, like she's a psychologist. I mean, she's just like, I don't know. It's just great. There's something about a smart woman that just really does it for, like every time she says words I don't understand, I'm like, yeah, tell me more of these words that I don't know. You know, like
so you got
I don't,
intimidated from that, yeah.
I just like it. I don't know. There's something about learning things.
And you
I don't
also
know.
love break dance. What was that?
Yeah, no, you know, I wondered about that too. So I lived in the Bahamas when I was a baby, like for 4 years, right? Like my parents were teachers in the Bahamas, and I don't know, like there's something about Caribbean culture. Like there's a lot, like it's very passionate, and I don't know where that came from, but I always was very like drawn to breakdance, and I feel like there's something tied in with the Bahamas with that because the formative years, like when you're very young, right? It's like that's what you think is normal. But yeah, I just always gravitated toward breakdance. There's something about it, and then I actually took a class when I was in university, and then I picked it up pretty quickly, and I became pretty good at it. So every time I would, I can still do it, but I would always have circles around me at clubs and stuff like that, and I don't know, it's pretty cool.
What's the Bobby's next upcoming years plan? What is your planning? What is the plan for upcoming years? Would you make more movies, more clubhouse rooms? So your new projects. What's coming up next for Bobby?
Okay, so I have many projects being developed in Hollywood right now. Some as a writer, some as a star, some as producer. I'm shooting stuff in Canada too because I have had a good career in Canada, right? So I'm attached as to star with like 4 to 6 projects. So I'm in the process of figuring out, okay, so what can I shoot in Canada? What do I not have time for? Because most of my work is in Los Angeles now. So I'm going to be shooting a Canadian project called Polly is the New Monogamy. My friend Kat Hostick wrote a role for me. We shoot that in August. Then I fly to LA for a couple of weeks. Then I fly back to Toronto for TIFF, which is the Toronto International Film Festival. So this is kind of my life now, right? It's just I was just asked to be the
So
star of
hectic.
a feature. I'm
Your life
sorry.
is so
Yeah,
hectic. You don't get time to sleep.
yeah. Well, that's it, right? It's like literally, it's like if I have 3 hours of sleep, I just okay, good night, and I wake up and then someone's like interview, like I've done it's like 3 interviews in 3 days. Like people are like, can I interview? I'm like, okay, and I try to just do it as soon as possible because like literally someone else wanted to schedule an interview with me, and just with timing, I was like, okay, I it's 2 months from now, because she wanted a particular day of the week, and I couldn't commit to a particular day until after TIFF. So that's why with you, when you asked me, I like looked at my schedule, because I have to run a room in an hour, and I was like, you know what, I have time between this time and this time, let's just get it done, because I try to like do every interview to support other people, and also it's good for me, right? Meet new people.
Perfect. Yeah, you're so good. You're so down to earth that you just said yes. Apart from being a celebrity, apart from working in Hollywood so long time, but still you're so humble and down to earth. You said yes for this interview. So yeah, Bobby, I think that's all the question I want to ask. But now I'm moving towards the game, small game, for which your fans and for my audience to get you know more better. Two games. First one is all your first. I will ask you some question. You have to answer all your first. Like I will ask you first app you check when you wake up in the morning. So you have to answer in a one word or
Okay.
what you say.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's easy to audience and it's easy to know your fans more about you because your interviews are on YouTube. I've saw so many interviews. You have so many interviews, and so again and again you're saying same about your life. So let's do something new and some games and know you much better with this game.
Let's do it.
So yeah. So my first question to you is: first app you check when you wake up in the morning?
Clubhouse. It's gotta be Clubhouse for sure.
First broken bone. At what age you got your first broken bone?
What an assumption you're making. I haven't broken any bones.
Ah.
My God. Are you threatening me?
Okay, perfect. So first.
Oh God.
Okay, first foreign country you ever visited?
Well, I mean, I guess that would be the Bahamas, right?
Perfect.
That would make sense.
Your first Instagram or first Facebook post, if you remember?
It's a really good question. I mean, I guess I could check.
And it's rapid fire. You have to answer rapidly.
I think it was like there was a photo with my cat, my old cat, and I was holding the cat. I think that's what it was. I don't remember.
Perfect. So first time you ever got into trouble at home or school?
I didn't really
remember. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
No, I didn't really get in trouble. I was like a straight A student. So.
Oh wow. First YouTuber you subscribe to, if you remember?
I don't really know YouTubers. I'm too old.
You're not too old. You look so young.
Sorry, ladies.
Perfect.
I apologize.
Okay, first time you went for shopping on your own. At what age you went for shopping at your own without anyone else?
And you want rapid fire? I have no idea. I remember buying jeans when I was 15 with a bunch of girls. I think I did that.
Your first girlfriend, if you remember?
Oh yeah, sure. Patricia when I was 16. I mean, I had other girls that I kind of dated, but Patricia was my first like real girlfriend when I was 16. Yeah.
Your first car?
I actually don't drive. I don't even have my driver's license. Yeah.
Your first celebrity crush?
Phoebe Cates. I don't know if you know her.
I don't know her, but definitely I will search her about it. So your first cooking experience?
Oh, probably some stupid like ramen or craft dinner, something like that.
Your first crush, apart from being celebrity, your first crush in school or college or whatever, if you remember.
I actually do remember. There was a cute blonde in grade 4 named Michelle, and she actually liked me back, but then apparently she gave me one of those notes like, "Do you like me more than a friend? Yes, no, or maybe." I was like so freaked out that I threw it in the garbage.
Nice. Your first ever mobile phone?
Actually, that's a good question. I was like the first person in my high school to have a cell phone when I was 17. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, your first ever date? When you went for the date? Where you went for the date?
The movies for sure. That was such a high school thing to do. Movie theater.
Perfect. Your first heartbreak.
I don't know, every single girl, like
Every
all
single
across.
girl broke your heart.
Yeah,
Okay. So, okay. Your first job, if you remember.
first job. Um, I think my first job actually was acting. I was paid to. I played Cinderella. I was the star of Cinderella. We toured camps and libraries across Toronto. Yeah, I was a paid actor. I was 16.
Perfect. Perfect. Uh, your first online picture, if you remember anything.
No, I have no idea. No idea what that could be.
First text you sent today to who?
Today,
Yeah, today.
I think to you. I was like, "We doing this?" Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. First thing you do every morning, apart from checking your phone.
First thing I do apart from checking my phone. Usually I work out.
Perfect, perfect. So that's all your first. I hope you enjoyed all your first of Bobby,
Yeah, yeah.
all the
That was
films.
good. That
Perfect.
was fun.
Let's. Yeah, I'm trying to be something unique because as I mentioned, there's so many interviews, so many long conversations, and I'm trying to be shorter. People want to know about more about you. People know about want to more about apart from being your journey, apart from who is Bobby, what Bobby like, and what Bobby have. So yeah. So my other game is Would you rather have? I'll give you two choices, and you have to pick one.
Sure. Also, you're a really good interviewer, man. Like you're fun. You make people feel comfortable. Like you're doing a really good job.
I am flattered. I am literally flattered. Because okay, so my next game is Would you rather have? So I'll ask you first question: Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, and or rather go in future and meet your great grandchildren?
Future for sure.
Would you
Yeah,
rather
I
have?
want to see.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, you want to say something?
so yeah, no, I want to see where it all goes. Like I'm so curious about how our planet's going to evolve.
Perfect. Would you rather have more time or more money?
More time.
Yeah, you definitely need it.
Yeah, so I can sleep. My
Yeah,
God.
yeah. Would you rather have rewind button or pause button on your life?
Okay, wait. A remind button, is that what you said?
Rewind button, a
Oh,
rewind
rewind.
button or pause button. You want to
Pause.
rewind your life and or you pause your
Got
life.
it. Pause because, like, so honestly, these days, I love my life. Honestly, like, I have so many amazing things happening, but I definitely enjoy shutting off my phone completely, going for a walk, and just relaxing sometimes. Just like a nice pause.
Perfect, perfect. Would you rather be able to talk with animals or speak all foreign languages? If I give you superpower to talk to all the animals or to
Wow.
speak all foreign languages, would you rather? What would you choose?
Here you come up with these questions. This is actually a really cool question. Okay, so speaking all the foreign languages would be very, very practical, right? Because for business, like to be able to speak to everyone, it's such a smart question. If you could do that, like imagine how much you could get done. But speaking to animals would just be cool, you know?
Yeah,
Wouldn't you want to go to a woodchuck and be like, dude, like, what's it like? It's fucked up, man. Sorry, can I swear?
yeah, you can say
Yeah,
anything.
like I know the answer should be speak all the languages, but I just want to like talk to a turtle and be like, dude, like,
But if
what's
you
up with
want to
this?
choose any one of them, what would you choose?
Which animal?
Nay, uh, the superpower.
Giraffe.
Which superpower you choose? Like you choose animal, talk to animals, or speak all foreign languages.
I'm gonna like, dude. I'm picking the animals. I forget. Fuck it. I'm doing the animals. It's too cool. It's too different because I could always learn like all the languages. I could take Rosetta Stone or something like. But who's gonna like speak to all the animals? It's only me. I could probably turn that to a business. Be like, well, don't you want to know if your pet loves you?
Yeah, perfect, perfect. You know how to make money from anything, so you're great doing job. Okay, yeah, I'm enjoying it thoroughly. Okay, would you feel worse if no one showed up to your wedding or to your funeral? This is something intense question for you.
Ah, good question. I think I'd feel worse if people didn't show up to my wedding because I wouldn't really care, but my wife would be very upset. if you don't show up to my funeral, it's like, I don't know.
And
Doesn't
you will
affect
not
me.
stay alive for watching that who is on your funeral because you're dead now.
I'm dead. I'm checked out. I'm like, I don't know. Come if you want. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me.
Perfect, perfect. Would you rather be without internet for a week or without your phone?
Oh man, that's a really good question. Um, I think I'd rather have my phone because, yeah, like without the internet, like at least I can still talk to people. But if I couldn't talk to people, yeah, you can still communicate over the internet, but like I wouldn't be able to use Clubhouse. I wouldn't be able to talk to my girlfriend on the phone. I mean, maybe we could do like Messenger or something, but yeah, no, for sure. Like my phone's pretty important to me.
Perfect. Okay, then the next question. Would you rather listen music from 70s or music from today? Or 90s? Music from 90s or music from today?
No, 70s. 70s is my favorite era for music ever.
Someone else, if I give you the chance to become someone else, like you can become Justin,
Oh,
or you would just
no,
want to stay as Bobby.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm pretty happy with my life. Like I'm not switching teams or anything. I don't want to be Beyonce. I mean, it might be fun for like a day. What's Beyonce?
Oh, wow.
I'll stick with Bobby Del Rio. This guy. I mean, he's a little weird, but why not?
He's perfect. He's perfect. Would you rather be a Batman or Spider-Man?
Oh, Batman for sure. I even talk like Batman sometimes.
You do. You definitely
A
do.
little bit weird, but I do it.
Perfect. So you should do some Batman characters in your movie, upcoming movie.
I would love like the first Chinese Italian Batman. I don't know if that's. I mean, I'm in Hollywood now. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know.
We can do it. We definitely want to watch it.
I do this. I do like a terrible Liam Neeson voice that some people think is Batman. It's supposed to be Irish, and he speaks like this. I will find you,
You would do
and I will kill you. And people are like, "Are you Batman?" I'm like, "No, it's Liam Neeson."
Yeah, perfect. So next question is, for your birthdays, would you rather receive a cash or gifts?
Okay, so cash is more practical, but I will say if someone gives me like a pretty cool gift, like something that's very different, significant, it really put thought into it, it means more to me for sure.
Perfect, perfect. Would you rather go to a movie or dinner alone?
Dinner. I've gone to movies by myself before. Somehow that feels like lonelier because I feel like going to a movie is like more of a social event in my mind. Because I go to restaurants by myself all the time. I like it.
Perfect. Would you rather make a phone call or send a text?
Oh, phone call all the time. I hate
Would you,
texting.
perfect. Would you rather read an awesome book or watch a good movie?
I'd rather watch a good movie. Just time and else. I'm a thinker. That's my lane. So.
Would you rather put a stop to a war or end world hunger?
I mean, I don't think I could go wrong either way. I think I'd stop the war because at least with hunger, there's the possibility you can feed people, but in a war, people die. I'm very, very anti-war. So
Very practical and mature answer. I am really enjoying this game. Would you rather explore space or the ocean?
I'd rather explore space, although they're very comparable. Because I remember watching a documentary where there's something like crazy, like 70% of the ocean has never been explored by man. But I will say, in the ocean, it's like sort of a finite amount of space, whereas in space, that you don't know how much is out there. It could go anywhere. That'd be pretty cool.
Perfect, perfect. Last 3 or 4 questions for you because I'm really enjoying this game with you. Would you rather go to deep sea diving or bungee jumping?
I'm going to say deep sea diving because my girlfriend loves scuba diving and I'd like to do that with her. I'm very freaked out by it, to be honest, because she's like an expert scuba diver and I've never done it, but I want to try it.
Perfect. Would you rather be a kid whole your life or be an adult your whole life? If I give you chance to be a kid or a whole life adult.
I would never like being a kid. Like, you know, no, I don't. God.
Okay, would you rather go on a cruise with your friends or with a spouse or girlfriend?
Oh, it's not even put my girlfriend like 1,000 times a day. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Would you rather work in a group or work alone? Are you team player or you're a solo player?
It depends on the project. I mean, I can do both. Doesn't I don't really have a preference. I'm happy to work alone. I think I'm very effective alone. But I also like to work in a team. It just depends on the project.
Perfect. Would you rather be an Olympic gold medalist or Nobel Peace Prize winner?
Definitely like Nobel Prize. I was never really good at any sport ever. I could play basketball a little bit, but intellectually, like I think it's something that I could maybe actually do one day. So yeah, I would pick that.
Would you rather have Rambo or the Terminator on your side? If you are in
Terminator. The Terminator. You can't like that guy. It's like you think he's dead and he comes back. He's like a machine, and you try to kill the machine, and he reassembles something. Yeah, I want that guy on my team. What are you talking about?
Okay, this is something interesting question. Would you rather be proposed to in private or in front of family or friends? It's a hint for your girlfriend if she want to propose you.
She didn't propose to me.
Yeah, if because we are in 21st century and she can
Hey,
propose you.
and I mean, I'm really into her. Yeah, make it public. I don't care. Put it on Clubhouse. Fine.
Perfect. I think that's enough. I think that's the most interesting game till now I've ever played with my guests. I think, yeah. I hope Bobby
did you write
enjoyed
down?
it.
Did you just think of them like on the spot?
I write it down to the.
Okay.
It was on my screen. How can I remember all these questions?
Animal was the best. I was like, you want to talk to everyone who like, and you know all the languages, or you can talk to the animals. I was like, what? Like the animals, the big animals, you know.
Thank you so much, Bobby, for making me so comfortable to interviewing you. And I hope, in 350, I can set into under top 100 interviewer who have ever interviewed you, because I am very nervous.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time, and I look forward to posting it. Let me know when you have it, and it's always good if you have like a nice little graphic that goes with it. I can post the graphic. That's always useful.
Yeah. And would you like to say something to Pakistani and Indian audience who are watching you? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, sure. I'll say, hey, we're all one. We're all one community. So don't, if you feel, I don't know, something about your English or your accent. People talk about that all the time. Like, don't feel bad. Like, especially for my rooms, it's all about making friends with everybody. So just come to the party. Let's hang out. Let's talk to the animals the way we should.
Perfect.
I mean, we the animals, but that's what it is.
And you can earn money, Bobby. You can earn money from this superpower.
If you want to know if your pet loves you, you need to PayPal $1,000
to Bobby. Yeah, Bobby is starting new business, so yeah, you can. And you can now start a clubhouse room that if you want your animal to speak with me, you have to pay me.
Oh, dude, like we're gonna work on this together.
For sure. Thank you. For sure. Bobby, I am grateful to have you, and thank you for being part of my show.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. I had a good time.
Thank you. In the end, I would say go and follow Bobby on Clubhouse. Do listen to him because he's a great speaker. Thank you for watching this episode. I will meet you in another episode. Thank you so much for watching Spotlight.